It gives us placeholder, so I wanted to have a closer look at some of the stuff in the recent Nintendo Direct. Let's see. Alright, so starting with Mario Luigi, let's see. Nothing so far. Let's see. Pikachu Mario. Oh yeah, so there's hands doing something. So I'm like, oh, are they gonna have hand attacks like in Superstar Saga again? That'll be interesting. Let's see, Mario and Luigi. New environments. Oh, yeah, so that's interesting. It looks like they brought back like Bros attacks from Superstar Saga, where the brothers use their own bodies instead of items to attack, like the other games onwards. Movements around, moving together. So Luigi holds that place. So it looks like there's a puzzle here where you have one of the brothers one stay in place, and then move the other to do something. We've got a unique town here, and then a unique traversal with A and B. Some of the characters, Connie. Oh, you've got the outlet characters. New Island. It's an outlet. Looks like this is our companion. I don't know. I guess it's our companion. Okay. Instead of Starlo, which I like. We had enough for Starlo. Time for someone new. Starlo was weird because she just kind of comes out of nowhere in Bowser's Inside Story. Uh, it just comes out of nowhere in Bowser's Inside Story. Apparently, she's from some ambassador of Star Sprites or something. So like that's a species. And then she's on holiday in Dream Team. So I'm like, okay, well I guess that makes sense too. Just coincidentally at the same time. Paper Jam, there's like no reason for her to be there. She's just kind of there. But I guess they needed someone to do the talking, so they just kept going with her to stick with the trio. I guess they felt they needed someone to do the talking. So okay. I guess now that's our companion. We got the extension core, so the, so the other allies are outlets and our foes are cords that go into outlets. So we'll see what that kind of design leads to. I'm guessing that's meant to look like a pompadour. This guy's hair. That's what the hairstyle is meant to emulate. Hairstyle it's emulating. Another Bros attack. Where you attack together. Kaboom attack. I wonder what that means. Has a shockwave. Yeah, kaboom attack. Don't know what that means. Counter attacking. Garumba. Okay. Yep. Jumping to dodge. A new, kind of newish Bros move for traversing. Though it looks kind of pretty much the same as two characters spinning in all the previous Mario games. I wonder how different this will be. Oh, and there's a lot of information here. So it looks like they use A and B to jump and X or Y to swing hammer. So that means we don't have to press R to switch them. And then R's, I don't know what R is. It has three. Is it like a hint system? And ZR is golden pipes. So is that like quick travel? And then plus is some menu thing, I guess. And then we can see Mario and Luigi's health, and as represented as a bar, and health and Bros power BP is represented as a bar instead of numbers. And then there's currency, there's the coins, and then there's something else. That'll be some kind of extra collectible in this game. That gameplay section looks interesting with Luigi pressing X, hammering something to make the platforms move in a certain way. Mario just jumps ahead. And then, yep, characters coming up with ideas. Huge little cinematic here instead of just this is nice little cinematic instead of just characters standing there and coming up with it. That's neat. It's cute. This is an L exclamation mark with an L for Luigi. And his the mini games are back. So X Mario, Y for Luigi. Just gotta hit the things back for each character in time to get things going. There's Peach with some other out characters and on a Nessie or whatever. I forgot what that name is. That species. Food, Snoutlet, having a good time. Looks like they had a good time here. Plus, probably eating something. I ain't a pig. I'll get on. What are you doing? Connie, Bowser, Peach earlier. Probably the main villain here. Another boss. Something about that shape seems familiar. It looks like Chocola Cola, just a weird cylindrical creature. People noticed that the eyes of the enemies all look similar recently. People have just now noticed that someone pointed out that Tasma has eyes, but a lot of Mario and Luigi enemies have similar looking enemies. The evil bad guys have similar eyes. But yeah, we got the shell back, so it'll be interesting because they got the bros attacks like from Superstar in the first game, from Superstar Sagas, and then also item bros attacks from Partners in Time onwards. So that'll be interesting. Will they both use BP? Will are they just mixed together? Will the shell items? Will we have separate bros attacks and bros items attacks? I wonder how that'll feel. I don't know how I feel about that. It just feels weird. I probably because I just don't think about the resources very much. I just use the strongest attack, and I'll just expect to have plenty of the strongest attack to be able to keep doing these things. I guess we'll see how that works out. So it's Mario Luigi Brothership. Yeah, that's interesting because there's the Brothership. I wasn't sure what to name at first because I was like Brothership, but the entire series has Brothership in it. But I'm like, oh no, it's a pun on this island ship thingy that you travel on. So okay, there's a ship, Brothership. That makes more sense. And you're traveling across on a island ship, going to other islands. So that'll be interesting. I wonder if people wondering if Starlos. I wonder if we'll go to if there's an island for Starlos species. That'll be interesting. If we have if we finally see the other star sprites, rest of her species and her kind, her race, that'll be super interesting. That might be interesting because she's just been the ambassador of the star sprites since Bowser's Inside Story. So we'll see how things go in the game. Maybe we'll see more later. Oh, November. That's so nice to see. 7th November. Yeah, first brand new series in almost 9 years. There's another Bros Attacks. And back here, some kind of stall. Some desert stall kind of area. Oh, you've got a ship. So that's a new way of getting up the ledge there. Yeah, across some mysterious islands, huh? Bold Bros moves for Mario Luigi. Yeah. Okay, so it's also been pointed out that where is it? Oh yeah, some enemies that look familiar from Mario Luigi series. That tree thing looks like it's from Bowser's Inside Story. Those tree things, and then this spiky ball things from Dream Team. So I guess we'll wonder since we're traveling across islands, maybe we'll see some familiar things or unique things, enemies. Okay, so moving on. What's next section? Do you have anything to say on else on Nintendo World Championships NES Edition? Yeah, speedrunning challenges. I don't know if I'm not completely sure if I'm gonna get this. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Using wall pipes. Okay. Yeah, that's what that's like normal things. Classified information. Looks like old manuals and stuff. Survival mode. Yeah, elimination mode. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Okay, that's it for that. Okay, let's see. Fairy Tale, Fantasia Neo Dimension. Do I have anything else to say about this? It's interesting. Final Fantasy series creator, and created Nobuo Uematsu's Fantasia Neo Dimension. I've learned recently, I didn't realize this, that the creator of Final Fantasy stopped working after 12 and he's been doing his own thing for a while now. He'll have no idea what's going on with those kind of workers. But as for the combat, I'm really interested in the combat. Fight Unholy. And you can have aim your attacks to hit as many enemies as possible. So that's interesting. And you can send it to the dimension and bind a whole bunch. And so, like, the challenge is to like, find as many as you can and do as much damage as you hit as many as you can in one go to do as much damage as you can. But the question is, can you take their attacks? Guess I'll have to see some other trailers on it later. I also heard it's like a mobile game. So it's a mobile and Switch game. Is it coming to other platforms? I'll have to see later on that stuff. That'll be interesting. And then I guess it'll have an RPG story for sure. Guess I'll see winter. So that's summer here. So December, January, February. Wait, if it's winter 2024, sometime near the end of the year. You have anything extra to say to this? No, nothing out of the ordinary. It's just out of basketball, which is neat. Like from Wii Sports Resort. Use motion controls. You can play 2-on-2. It's good they added this. It's kind of random, but increases the value of the game, which is good because I don't know. People have said the game doesn't have as much value as I feel they should. So this is just good. Feels like a PR move a bit, or just trying to justify the value of the game a bit more. Maybe the update will get more sales. Maybe more people will think the game's worth it now. Still awkward that it wasn't as good as it could be at launch, or maybe even now after this, because it just fundamentally isn't good enough designed. Fundamental design. Anyway, Neo Memories and Orbit. Yeah, this is just a really nice looking Metroidvania game. Disney Illusion Island, got nothing on that. Kitty Island Adventure, Looney Tunes, Among Us. Yeah, Among Us is here. The Tracker and Noisemaker rolls, Phantom rolls. So these are new things being added to Among Us. So yeah, free update available later today. Okay, yeah, nothing much to say there. From Agios, no, nothing yet. And Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. So this will be interesting. It's kind of awkward because it's like understandable they want to bring it. Like maybe they just felt like putting a proper DK game on the Switch. They can bring this back with HD. I mean, I have a 3D, I have in 3D, and I love 3D. I love my 3DS. I love the 3DS. I love the 3D look of games. I guess I'll probably be getting this. I think at some point, maybe on discount. Seeing it if I can get it as cheap as possible. So I might just not end up buying it so soon, depending on if I'm just occupied with other games. I'm not feeling. Yeah, two-player co-op, 8 levels available. Oh, yeah, of course includes the additional 3DS levels. That's good. Because the 3DS bonus levels were some of the best levels in the game. I feel, because it feels like they took those. Because I feel like we could really go out on the creativity of those levels because they weren't tied to like story progression in the worlds as you progress through the worlds. So they could it's just a bonus world. So they could just make the craziest, coolest level for that theme of that for each world they're based on. So I love the 3D. I love the 3DS bonus levels. They're so good. Some of the best levels in the game. It's cool that we're getting there's an HD now. So I've seen pointed out it doesn't look as good as it feel it could maybe because I guess it is like just an enhancement instead of just like a full remake or something. But we'll see how that ends up going. And it's full price. I guess I'll see if I can get it not so full price. Mm-hmm. And this. Ah, yeah. Dragon Quest. Nothing to say on this. Funko Fusion. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD is here. That'll be nice. I'll be getting this on as cheap as I can at launch, I guess. Like most games. It'll be fun. Play this again. Interested in making videos on this, and then maybe even do some Scalescraper streams after that. Yes, that'll be interesting for Luigi Mansion 2 HD, making some playthrough videos and then streaming Scalescraper. I'd like to do that. And this is interesting. The Denperman, new Denperman, it's called another new game. Oh dear. But this is an interesting game because I remember playing like some demos or like on 3DS. The most interesting thing that jumped out to me is where is it? Yeah, it's made by Genius Sonority. I'm like, oh, those guys. They've made other games that I know their names attached to that I don't really think of right now. I think it's the Pokemon Coliseum Next to Gale Darkness games on GameCube, I remember. And then the Denperman like this. I remember playing like some demos or some free-to-play version on the 3DSs. I think they got like three games on the 3DS. I just played around with them a bit for fun, so that was nice. This game is going to be free to play though, free to start. Optional in-game purchases, and it's like only on Switch for a limited, exclusive to Switch for a limited time. It's going to be on other platforms, it seems. I guess I'll give this a shot. Maybe. Wonder how long I'll feel like playing it before I get bored. That, or maybe I won't get bored of it. That's just interesting to see it. That's quite the surprise. Metal Slug, Arcus 102. And then anything extra to say about games? Link to the Past, that's cool. It's 4 Swords too, so hopefully I can play 4 Swords with some other people at some point. That'll be cool. Metroid Zero Mission. First adventure is Metroid Zero Mission. So that's cool. So that's interesting. They gotta have a mature one now. Just like I heard, they have a mature one in Japan. Looks like they're doing the mature thing for other countries now. So that's Turok and Perfect Dark now. And they'll probably do Conker's Bad Fur Day at some point. I wonder how many games they'll end up on the mature thing. That'll be interesting. Just it's interesting they're using all the looks like this is the PAL box art, yeah, which makes sense. It's funny. We're telling 90% video games. So that's like some German, it seems, review site, review school. Yeah, well, later today. Yeah. Brandon Brave. Apparently, this is part of a series. I heard. I look up Phantom Brave, and then it's part of a series, and these characters have been together for a while now. And the last game was like on PS2 or something, and it's from the same. It at least looks like the same. Looks similar to Disgaea because I think they have the same people working on it, similar amount of people working on it. Anyway. Oh yeah. Notice someone people pointing out it's really lagging here. I'm like, oof, yeah, it sure is. It's turn-based, so it won't affect the combat probably. Like, but looks a little rough, don't it? Mm. It's an interesting game. I have some interest in it. 2025, huh? I wonder if I'll end up getting it. I don't know. It's part of a series I'm not used to yet. Oh yeah. So this is cool. This is interesting. Of I can't find collection arcade classics. So just seeing this was interesting to me because I'm not very aware of this, but apparently this is a big deal to some people. So did they go from X-Men vs Street Fighter to then Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, and then they went Marvel vs Capcom and then Marvel vs Capcom 2? Is that the series? That seems like the logical order for those games to come out in. And Marvel Superheroes, X-Men, Children of the Atom, and The Punisher. So those 3 other games. One of these top, I don't know what those top 2 games are though. Maybe I'll look up some footage of them. So that's interesting. Apparently it's a big deal to some people, so that's cool for them. My unique experience with Marvel vs. Capcom is playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 after school at like at a kiosk in a video game store. We end up playing with a lot of classmates because a lot of the school students would go to that video game store and play in the kiosks. That was fun hangout time. Also, this is the first. I didn't. This is the first time I've know. I think this is the first time I now know this comes from this music comes from this game. I have not known that before. So that's okay then. Oh yeah, Mario Party. Bigger bowl of Mario Party. So this is going to be a huge Mario Party. Enormous island resort, huh? Biggest selection. Okay. New boards, right? So this is interesting. Rainbow Galleria, so a Galleria shopping hall sort of area. Flash sale. So that's the board's gimmick, so that'll be interesting. You can play as a ninja. Roll and Raceway. Oh yeah, so this is interesting because I'm like, isn't this similar to like the one where you ride the board you ride spaceships in? I think it's Mario Party Island Tour for the 3DS. Pretty sure it's that one. It's because the 3DS Mario Parties. Yeah, one of the 3DS Mario Parties has a similar gimmick for one of their boards, if I remember correctly. Games. Yeah, Mario Party Island Tour, I'm pretty sure. 3DS, it's Island Tour Star Rush and Top 100. Right. So that's, yeah, I haven't seen anyone point that out. That this racing course, is similar to a similar map on Mario Party Island Tour, where you like race on spaceships and have huge dice that send you many spaces and get the end of the board. Goomba Lagoon. This just looks like a fun map. And this one has changing tides to affect which way you can go. So that's that's a thing that can happen on other boards. So you're okay. I don't know what that does. And what else we got? We got Mega Wiggler's Tree Party. Okay. It's just a nice foresty, grassy area. Wonder what the gimmick will that be. I wonder if the gimmick is, does the giant Wiggler move, affecting which? Oh, the Wiggler probably moves, affecting where you'll go and where you'll end up along those four spaces. 'Cause you can see it starts here, so you can maybe hop on here and go over there, and then hop on here and go over there. This is the entrance, and that's an exit. Entrance, exit. So it'll just move, and then that's an exit too. So it's like two entrances. Oh no, that's an entry. Entrance, exit, entrance, exit. Oh, okay. And it'll move between the two spots probably. In King Bowser's Keep, this is gonna look funny because you probably can play as Bowser. So it's weird they just made it so that you can play as Bowser in Bowser's Keep, and there's Bowser in the keep that can affect the game board. That's gonna look weird. I don't like that. It's kind of how I don't like some of the weird looking things in Smash Ultimate with characters appearing in multiple places when they, for the longest time, they just wouldn't do that. Felt like there was like, I don't know, continuity for lack of a better term. And then these two courses from Mario Party and Mario Party 2. Mario's Rainbow Castle and Western Land. So this is also interesting because I'm like, oh, you're just chucking these in here randomly instead of, because they're good. Because it was easier to make 5 boards, and they were like, oh, all right, we've run out of original ideas. We'll just use some old ones, and then we'll throw these in. It's kind of weird that these aren't in Mario Party Superstars. Personally, I know it had 5 boards in it, which was disappointing. Some people like, couldn't you have done 6? You know, 2 from the 3 games you're doing it. It would have been nice if they had 7 actually, because this game has 7 now with these 2 extras in Mario Party Superstars. Because I would have just liked it to be like, have it be like that. You know, because Mario Party 1 has more boards than 2 and 3, because I guess it was the first game, so they didn't know exactly how they were gonna formulate it. So they just had like 8 boards. That game has like 8 boards, right? I heard someone say this. If this one has 7 boards, that's the most near Mario Party. I'm like, no, didn't the first one have 8? Yeah, it has 8. Mario Party 1 has 8 boards. So whoever said this has the most now, okay, 7 is wrong. Guess they just didn't realize the first one has 8. But yeah, because the first one had 8 and then the other two had 6, it would have been nice if Mario Party if they had 7 boards and had 3 Mario Party ones and 2 from 2 and 3, because then they just would have used a more similar percentage, and it would have been also would have been close to having 8 like in the first game. If it's a throwback to the first game, that would have been really nice. No, just and they didn't update the game to do that, so that's too bad. BDs are here now in Mario Party Superstars. Mario Party Superstars, so that'll make it 7. It's gonna look weird though with 5 originals and 2 remakes, just kind of cobbled together like that instead of all new, all remakes. Hmm. And then the Super Mario Party Jamboree. Yeah, it's been a while since the last Mario Party, and since there's been complaints of not enough kind of lackluster content from the previous two, maybe they're like trying to make this as big as huge as possible to make it worth the money. Over 110 minigames, that's so many. Koopaathlon. So this is neat. Yep, it's elimination mode, survival mode. More new modes, huh? Ah, come on, computer. So yeah, we're gonna have even more modes that aren't being described here. Looks like that's a rhythm game, some kind of flying, another rhythm game, some kind of tower defense game. All these little extra modes of fun, just like in other Mario parties. October 17th, that'll be interesting. And it's huge, which is good. Hopefully they'll beat the lack of content issues people have been having the previous two. Lackluster content issues the previous two. They're really taking their time to make it big as ever. So I like that. Oh, and Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. So yeah, it's using the Link's Awakening remake art style, which is interesting. Maybe they don't know why they did it. Maybe they just went, we have this, we can just use it. It's on the Switch. We just reused our current 2D top-down style. We'll just go with that, just like how Triforce Heroes reused Link Between Worlds art style. Guess it probably made development a bit easier. And then Link gets sucked into the void. Yeah, I remember people being upset with the Link's Awakening art style. I was a bit bothered by it too. I'm less bothered by it here. I think this makes me realize probably part of the reason I was bothered by it, the art style in Link's Awakening, is because it was a remake, and I just didn't. And when you look at and it didn't seem like quite right for a remake. When you look at the like sprites, top down, or the official artwork, or the animated cutscenes, or like this even the sprite, like the photos system in Link's Awakening, so you could see they had a certain look to them that didn't feel recreated quite right with the Link's Awakening art style. But here it's a new game, so I can just like go, oh, it's a new game, this is the art style. Yeah, I'm okay. I can live with this just fine. I can just go with it. And then with those Ocean What Fighters as well. It's funny, this game works like this because I swear I've seen a YouTuber video. They say Zelda should maybe play like this instead. And what do you know? We've got a very similar looking game to it. So his prediction came out right. Oh, and these voids. I was like, why do these voids seem familiar? Have I played a game? Like, is it just how like there's holes in Tears of the Kingdom, or there's like um, you have malice or whatever and stuff from Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. And I remember, oh wait, is it? Am I? The voids are reminding me of freaking My Little Pony G5 of all things, with the voids from My Little Pony Make Your Mark Chapter One, just called My Little Pony, just called Make Your Mark. Just such a random thing to randomly be reminded of. It's so weird. And we have a mysterious fairy named Tri. They have they have triple triangles. So I guess that's them being Tri. Wait, they have 4 triangles here though now. Is that right in this scene? No, I guess it's just not 3 triangles anymore. It's just triangles now. And then you can with the tri rod, and then there's certain objects you can copy with that have triangles on them, and then echoes, so you can copy and paste to get around. Make paste with pasting of your of objects. Boxes, beds, water blocks. That'd be interesting. It's so silly you can get water blocks. I'm like, what is this, freaking Minecraft? And they just stack literally like Minecraft. But I think in Minecraft they actually fall down right. Here they just stay magically in place. Because I guess magic forces to keep them in place. So yeah, you can use all sorts of items. I guess the awkward thing is now is I know people were having issues with the scroll wheel in Tears of the Kingdom. It wasn't a big issue in Breath of the Wild, I feel like, because I guess even in Max of Inventory, because usually you'd only be scrolling through with arrows, and there's like 5 arrows in Breath of the Wild. And in Tears of the Kingdom was an issue though, because of all the things you could attach to the arrows. But when using like shields and swords, weapons and shields, it didn't seem as much of an issue with the scroll wheel, because you usually weren't going to constantly switch up stuff, unlike with the arrow, where you're going to try and attach all sorts of stuff to the arrows. Usually with weapons, you just fight with what you have, and then if you break, you can just pause and equip something else and just be on with it. So I wonder how convenient or inconvenient this is going to be to scroll through, with it just being one layer. But it isn't just one layer though. I mean, it is one layer, but also it looks like there's other ways of sorting it with last used and other ways. So I guess we'll see how that works out. Press Y to sort, yeah, so you can change the sorting from last used and other stuff. So at least we have ways of sorting it to make it easier for ourselves. Yeah, Gerudo. Battles will play out differently, yeah. Rock Echo. Echoes of enemies, and they'll fight for you, yep. Oh, this will be fun. Got new 2D sections I can guess since they're remaking using Link's Awakening art style, they're like, well, if we're using Link's Awakening art style, I guess we'll take some gameplay elements from it and have 2D sections. Interesting. Oh yeah, this is cute. The bane of the barriers of the barriers of all time, trees, and now you can get around them. Just climb on top of them. So that'll be interesting. Never climbed on trees before like this in a Zelda game. Got a wind up thing, some kind of Octorok, wind up Octorok you can shoot out. Bird, glide around. And we got all sorts of species here. Got a quirky professor who's really fast at fighting off guards, apparently. So he's like a secret ninja. And we got Zoras. So we got like 2 Zoras here. We got Zoras and Zoras. We got like 2D. We got like old school Zoras and then 3 Ocarina of Time onward Zoras. We have Link Between World onward Zoras and then Star Zoras, and then we have Link to the Past style Zoras and Ocarina of Time style Zoras, and then those. So that'll be interesting. Deku Tree, boss in a palace. And which channels Zelda's wisdom. Lots of echoes in this game. Yeah, I haven't counted them all yet. Mm-hmm. Each player will be very different. Yeah, interesting. September 26, 2024. Playing Zelda's new adventure. Okay, so. Yeah, one thing before we go, I won't keep going. Continue on is back here. Is how similar this world is to Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds. It's not as similar as Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds are to each other because those are like Link Between Worlds is like a sequel remake of Link to the Past. This is surprisingly similar still. The mountains over here. That volcano seems new. Isn't the but there's a forest here, and then there's so it's like they took as a base and made things even go even further beyond. Because you got the lake here in this lower section, and there's this crack wall and stuff down here, and the castle in the middle, and you got rocky bits to the left here. So that's interesting because I know there's some frustrations people have with how 2D top-down Zelda's been handled, exclusive, especially if you do strictly Nintendo. Because if you look at it, it's interesting when it was pointed out to me that so if you look at it, they went from Zelda 1, Zelda 2, and then Link to the Past, and then after that they had Link's Awakening, which is unique, and then Oracle Age and Oracle Seasons was cool, and then Minish Cap was cool, but Oracle Age and Seasons and Minish Cap were done by Capcom, and then we had the DS Zeldas, which were done by Nintendo, and there's some frustrations there because of the returning to the central dungeon gimmick and traveling on a train or a boat, and the touch controls and frustration there. And then we go to Link to the, and then we go have Link Between Worlds, which is cool in its own way. But I have had some frustrations how it's like, well, to throw back to Link to the Past, and they reuse that world drastically a lot. And then after that, we got Triforce Heroes, which I love Triforce Heroes. I love Link Between Worlds and Triforce Heroes, but I can see people's frustrations with them. And Triforce Heroes, oh, I forgot about the two Four Swords, like Four Swords and Four Swords Adventures on GBA and GameCube. And then now we got, and then we had the Link's Awakening remake, and now we have this game. So that's like interesting. How like if you just look to cut at the Capcom stuff, strictly Nintendo, they've done not that much in making new 2D top-down Zelda worlds in like a plain way. They just haven't made as many as maybe some fans would have liked. It seems that it went 1, 2, and Link to the Past, and then with 1 and 2 and Link to the Past, and then if you cut out the Capcom, and then Link's Awakening, if you cut out Capcom, you go to DS Zelda, and then Link Between Worlds, and then you have Link Between Worlds and Triforce Heroes, which is connected to Four Swords, and now we're back to kind of reusing with the Link's Awakening art style and reusing the the Link's games, I guess. Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds, game world style. So maybe I could better explain that in another video or something else sometime. But yeah, I think I got that all out. Makes all sense. And then what else we got? Anything attorney? Do anything special to say about Ace Attorney Investigations collections? No, it's just super nice that I'll just leave this up to the fans to analyze. And then it's also interesting how like the second game has been translated for the first time, so I guess the fans have to get used to the official translations now. So this is a pair of remakings. So yeah, I'll leave that up to the Ace Attorney fans. 100 Line, Revenge, Pointing Saga. Got nothing on these two. That's interesting for Danganronpa creators, and that's a game. And then Metroid Prime 4. Oh, Metroid Prime 4. Oh boy, exciting to finally see this game again. Yeah, Cosmic Year 20X9, Galactic Federation Research Facility, and of course, some of our hardcore Metroid fans recognize the game just from the text alone. In fact, it says 20X9 and Cosmic Year 20X9 Galactic Federation Research Facility, and in that font, immediately has Metroid fans riled up. You've got the ship. Oh, but if you look up there, there's like a couple other ships up there, isn't there? There's one up there. Yeah, and there's another one up here. So I wonder whose their ships are those. Those don't look like Silex's ship. They don't. No, they don't look like it. Unless you got a new ship, and then there's Samus's ship, which looks similar to Metroid Prime 3, and then you got Samus herself. On of course Samus intro fanfare, Heavenly, new Heavenly rendition. Samus's design though is interesting. It's like sleek. It's like this awkward. It's like sleeker, but sleeker like in Dread, but it has that still got kind of got that bulk from the Prime game. So I don't know. It feels weird. It feels like a weird in between to me, at least. Oh well, no one can live with it. Oh, we've got a compass. That's new. Up here, along with the map. We've got our missile, and it looks like missiles are selected here on the left. Missile launcher. That's interesting. So that's missile launcher. I wonder what the other four things will be. Will they be other launches? We've got the immediate surrounding areas on top left here and health at the top. Yep, and then there's a remix of what has a similar sounding theme to the Space Pirate music from Metroid Prime 1. Space Pirate shooting with the power beam, yeah. Huge opening cinematic thing like Metroid Prime 3. That rolls down and this opens up. Interesting. It doesn't look like you switch a scan mode. Maybe you have your own separate scan button to like keep up the pace. Instead of having to switch to scan mode and scanning, you can just hold the scan button and you'll just start scanning and you'll put your and then you put your weapon down and it'll just immediately go back once once you're done scanning. So that's probably why down here on the bottom left, missile launcher scan mode is in the mode. It just says missile launcher. I wonder if we'll have other launchers then. Are the interesting things of going about it. Breaking through here, morph balling, going over the space pirates, explosion, enemies coming in. They look like prime space pirates, for sure. With the arch back and the leaning forward of the weapons guns rolling around. Oh boy, and Silex, and he's got Metroids, just like he took them from Federation Force. So I guess we'll see how things turn out from here. It's Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and this is to go. Oh my god, I've already seen some jokes. Thinking of some jokes about this. We got Metroid Bed Bath and Beyond, Metroid Prime 4 Bed Bath and Beyond, and then Metroid Prime 4. This is to go even further beyond. And then here's a nice, just gorgeous area for a more quiet moment of exploration. So this will be nice. It's a nice tree area. 225. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. So let's first look at Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Yeah, and yeah. So yeah, the game looks really good. I wasn't feeling it right now, but I remember during the first, I couldn't get this quite out during the first viewing, which was yeah, the game looks really good, but something about the game, just like how Samus's design looks like has this weird awkward between being sleek and bulky to me. This game has I mean, I guess it looks like a Metroid Prime game. It looks like Metroid Prime Remastered, and those didn't bother me. But something about this game bothers me for some reason. I can probably just live with it, not think about it too much. I'm like, is it because it looks like Unreal Engine 4 fan demos? Does it just look like generic to me in that art style sense? Guess I'm just so used to stylized games I can't handle this kind of less stylized game. Oh, I guess that's just me. Oh, well, I can live with that, especially with the way I'm feeling right now. Not as bothered, just kind of looking at it. Oh boy, we sure are looking forward to Samus Aran's new adventure. Yes, we are. Oh boy, that's gonna be something else. Okay. Okay, well, okay then. That's my analysis and further thoughts on Nintendo Direct, recent one. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. If you like, dislikes, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye.